The Supreme Court will weigh in on a very pressing matter involving freedom of speech on the internet. If you post threats online, are you protected under the First Amendment? Now, lower courts have argued, no, you're not, especially if another individual feels threatened by what you're posting. Now, the person at the heart of this case is a man by the name of Anthony Elonis, and apparently he wrote some threats toward his wife after she left him on Facebook. Elonis argues that his lyrics, these are supposedly rap lyrics, were simply a crude and spontaneous form of expression that should not be considered threatening if he did not really mean it. The government says it does not matter what Elonis intended, and that the true test of a threat is whether his words make a reasonable person feel threatened. Now, according to the Associated Press, for more than 4 decades, the Supreme Court has said that true threats to harm another person are not protected speech under the First Amendment, which gives you an idea of how the Supreme Court is going to rule when it comes to this particular case. But the court has been careful to distinguish threats from protected speech, such as political hyperbole or unpleasantly sharp attacks. Now, I'm sure you guys are wondering, well, what the hell did he post and how threatening was it? Here is an example of some of his lyrics. There's one way to love you, but 1,000 ways to kill you. I'm not going to rest until your body is a mess, soaked in blood and dying from all the little cuts.
Oh, you're romantic.
Very sweet.
Can I say something?
Go ahead.
I get that people post ridiculous lyrics on Facebook all the time. And no, it never prompts me to ask you, are you okay? But in this case, if he hates his ex so much, he could have, she's a crazy bitch, buck cherry, I hate her, whatever. But like, die bitch, die, your bloody soaked mess of cuts. If that's the lyric you chose, then you live with the consequences.
Yeah, well, it is interesting the standard that judges will use when it comes to ruling on this matter, right? It doesn't matter what your intent was. What matters is whether or not you actually succeeded in threatening and scaring this person, right? And I have to be honest with you, if I had left my husband or left a boyfriend and he posted words like that on his Facebook page, I would feel threatened. But I think that intent is still very, very important. And look, I think, a prime example of someone who gets threatening messages on a regular basis, right? So, I don't read them, but if I were to read them, would I feel threatened? Maybe, right? But should all those people be prosecuted? Should all those people face, a lengthy jail sentence as a result of that? I have no idea. I don't think so, to be honest with you.
Well, and I had to put myself in this situation because, we can all wax poetic all day, but thank God it hasn't happened to me, at least in those terms. Because if you get the most, I am a close second with a
Are you kidding me?
Whack job.
Everyone loves you.
Oh,
so
good. Let's just keep you thinking that, and then I'll keep coming back. So if an ex posted that about me, and it said exactly what this said, I'd say, you know what? I don't like it. I feel a little weird. I don't know if I'm going to be looked at as a wimp for doing this, but I think that's cause for a restraining order.
Absolutely.
I'd be like, you know what? Stay away from me. Let's just leave it at that. Just stay away from me.
Yeah, I have no question about that. I would definitely file a restraining order. I would alert authorities, and I think that authorities need to do what their job is, and that's to investigate by a case-by-case basis. And in this case, you have to see whether or not he really does pose a threat. Now look, FBI agents did investigate this, and what I found a little hilarious was, all right, you're already in trouble, dude. The FBI is investigating you for making these threats against your wife. Apparently, after a female FBI agent had spoken to him, he goes on Facebook and posts the following.
Oh, I can't wait.
A female FBI agent later visited Elonis at his home to ask him about the postings. Elonis took to Facebook again. Little agent lady stood so close, took all the strength I had not to turn the bitch ghost. Pull my knife, flick my wrist, and slit her throat. He's not the smartest guy in the world. He really isn't.
No, seriously, it's like, maybe you could look at the first one as a misunderstanding. Sorry, I got a little carried away. I really like this music, whatever. And then you start going, wait a second. She was a little lady. I hate her. Wait a second. I got an idea.
I don't understand the reasoning behind him. But look, if the Supreme Court rules against him, I'm worried about the ramifications it's going to have in the future for people who post things online, because we have done stories about stupid teenagers that post stupid things on Facebook. They have absolutely no intent to harm anyone. They're just emotional, stupid teenagers. And then they serve lengthy prison sentences for that. Now, I'm trying to look for the exact number, but I read that he could serve 25 years behind bars for those posts. So it was really dumb of him to do what he did after he was interviewed by the FBI agent. But
You know what it sounds like, and I'm wondering if you think this is either accurate or justified. It sounds like they're taking these posts as seriously as they would take making a bomb threat at an airport.
Yeah.
You know, people make stupid jokes, people are idiots, but that's just protocol. If you're going to make that kind of joke, then sorry, we're shutting LAX down, everybody out, you come with us.
Yeah.
They do not play when it comes to that stuff. So do you think this is similar, and do you think that it's fair?
I don't think that this is similar, and I don't know if this is fair, because if you're going to have laws like this, you have to apply them equally among all people. And all I have to do is say one thing: Eminem. Eminem made a fortune off writing songs about killing his wife,
Yeah.
right? So if he's able to get away with it, why is this everyday citizen not able to get away with it?
That's a great point.
So if you're going to have a law, you're going to have to apply it evenly, and we all know that our justice system does not apply laws evenly. But it'll be interesting to see how this goes.
Absolutely.